बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ये आपकी नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी है हायर ऑर्डर थिंकिंग स्किल्स हॉट्स मॉड्यूल रिफ्लेक्टिव एक्टिविटी 2.5b। तो पहला उसका क्वेश्चन है एनालाइज द सिलेक्टेड लेसन एंड आइडेंटिफाई हाउ इट प्रमोट्स हायर ऑर्डर थिंकिंग स्किल्स लाइक एनालिसिस एवेल्युएशन एंड क्रिएशन। तो आंसर है उसका द सिलेक्टेड लेसन प्रमोट्स हायर ऑर्डर थिंकिंग स्किल्स बाय मूविंग स्टूडेंट्स बियॉन्ड बेसिक रिकॉल ऑफ facts to engage in complex cognitive processes. It uses activities corresponding to the top level of Bloom's revised taxonomy. Analysis में आप लिखेंगे the lesson required students to examine a topic by breaking down information into its component parts and identifying relationships and underlying causes. This is evident through activities such as comparing and contrasting different theories, examining primary sources, or participating in Socratic discussions that prompt students to look beyond surface level information. Evaluation students are asked to make judgment and justify their decisions based on specific criteria. Activities such as debating a controversial issue, critiquing a provided solution, or participating in peer review sessions foster this skill. They must defend their viewpoint using evidence and logical reasoning rather than simply stating an opinion. Creation, the highest level of thinking, is addressed by challenging students to generate new ideas, products, or alternative solutions. This is likely implemented through project based learning (PBL), where students might design an action plan, develop a multimedia presentation, or formulate a unique ending to a story, thereby producing original work based on their understanding and analysis. Next question is debate whether they provide sufficient opportunities for students to evaluate, innovate, or synthesize idea. तो इसका आंसर है whether educational institutions sufficiently provide opportunities for students to evaluate, innovate, and synthesize ideas is a subject of ongoing debate, largely depend on specific curricula and pedagogical approaches. Proponents argue that modern education, particularly in higher learning, incorporates project-based learning (PBL), research assignments, and critical analysis of case studies. These methods inherently demand students to evaluate sources, synthesize complex information, and sometimes propose innovative solutions to real-world problems. Furthermore, the rise of interdisciplinary studies encourages a holistic synthesis of ideas across various fields. Critics, however, contend that many systems remain rooted in rote memorization and standardizing tests, which prioritize recall over higher order thinking skills. In these environments, students may not receive adequate opportunities or encouragement to truly innovate or develop their own unique synthesis. The emphasis on correct answer often stifles the risk taking necessary for genuine innovation. Ultimately, while opportunities exist, their sufficiency is inconsistent and varies widely by institutions and individual instructor. Next, third question है discuss how the selected activities could have been adapted to encourage higher order thinking in that situation. तो इसका आंसर है without knowing the specific activities referred to in that situations, I can outline general strategy for adapting common educational tasks to foster higher order thinking skills such as analysis, evaluations, and creations. Move from recall to analysis. Instead of merely asking students to listen facts or summarize an event, lower order thinking adapt the activity to require comparative analysis. For instance, ask students to contrast two different perspectives or identify cause and effect relationships within the material. Encourage evaluation. Modify tasks to require students to make and justify judgments rather than answering what happened. Ask, was this approach effective or ethical and why? This prompts critical assessment of the information, promote creation, transform information delivery into problem solving or project based tasks. Instead of just learning about a historical period, challenge students to design a solution to a specific conflict or create a new product based on the principles they studied. These adaptations encourage deeper engagement with the content by requiring students to apply, synthesize, and judgment information rather than just memorize it. तो ये थे आपके तीनों क्वेश्चंस के आंसर। थैंक यू।